Okay, so this morning I go get in the bathtub. I'm taking a bath as I do. Sure enough, on my phone pops up a notification that I have to be at my work in 10 minutes. Okay, I just started working at this gallery in San Francisco, and I live in Oakland. So I pop out of the bathtub. I throw on some clothes. I didn't even wash my hair, my face, anything. I was just wet and dirty. Throw some clothes on, run. I don't have a car. I don't have a car. So I get like a car share car. I'm put in the fucking directions to my work. It's gonna be like 40 minutes. I'm having a mental break. I literally ran to the car. I'm having a mental breakdown. I'm driving like a bat out of hell. Okay, the other problem is there's two locations to my work that are kind of far away from each other, and my boss didn't tell me which one to go to, but I was pretty sure I knew. And so so I'm going to meet a person at the gallery who made an appointment. Sure enough, I'm driving. I'm trying to get a hold of this person and my boss who's in Europe. And I'm like, can you give me your number? I don't hear back right away. So I just go on Instagram. I go on Instagram and just search for this person's first name and just see if we have any mutuals, right? Because we're both art people. And so I just message the first person with that name. And I'm like, do you have an appointment? This is a weird question, but do you have an appointment at this gallery today? Sure enough, not hearing back. Then my boss gets back to me, gives me the number of the person. I call her and text her, wasn't hearing anything. I was like, good Lord, did she leave? 527 years later, after getting across the godforsaken Bay Bridge and through traffic and the Mission and this nightmare commute, I finally get there. I park illegally and I'm like running up to this tiny woman. And she ended up being late too. But she was like, oh, I didn't know that you had to like open just for me. It is Tuesday. If you're our person, you should know we're probably not normally open on a Tuesday. Anyhow, that's not important. Bless her heart. And then I was like running into the gallery to disarm the alarm system. And she's like, oh, don't run. Don't be in a rush for me. And I'm like, I gotta be in a rush for the police. I'm like there's like media. I gotta turn on projectors, turn on the computers, do all this stuff. Sure enough, the artist whose show it is has this video that's a live feed from the International Space Station. And for whatever reason, today it's deciding not to work, so I'm like sweating bullets with this tiny little woman being like, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. And I'm like, and then we also have a space next door to this space, and I like go open that up for her. She's asking me about the show. I started working there last week. I don't remember anything about the show. I'm running on pure cortisol and adrenaline. And sure enough, she looks at stuff. She took some notes. I was like, oh, do you live in San Francisco? She's like, no, I live in the South Bay, which is that's a far commute. And I was like, have you ever been to Falafel Drive-In in San Jose? It's really good. And she was like, oh, that sounds great. Maybe I'll go there tonight. So that was not good. Lessons learned. It just was an odd thing, but gotta turn on I need at least hour notifications for things that require me to go more than that time-wise. That's what happened. Okay, talk to you soon.